Good evening, or morning, or afternoon, midnight, whatever it is at your place. Today we are back on the Guardian again. Last time we did quite a lot of quests, some leveling, and generally a lot of progression. Today I would like to achieve that as well, but then in the way of a little bit more boring deeds. It's something I still have to do on my Guardian. My Guardian is of course part of the Tiny Toons Fellowship, and I have missed a few days where we were doing those deeds. So I still have to do a few of them, well, actually quite a lot of them, but I haven't missed that many. We have started in Shire, of course, so most of the quest and Slayer deeds are already done in Shire. We still have to bring back the pies and deliver the posts. I'll probably not do those today, but it's something I still have to do. The last few quests, but that will happen with the post and the pies. And the Brewmaster deed. Basically just 4 deeds or 5 quests at some inns in Shire. Not so special. But today I've decided to finish most of Erid Luin. Basically we have a lot of there still to do, but at the same time a few of the Slayer deeds are already done. As you can see, there are just 4 of 3 left, and those 3 aren't the hardest ones, so you should be fine with that. So that's a little bit the plan for today. If there is a nice instance we can run on the world chat, we will jump on. If they have a spot, of course. That's what we will be doing. Probably the upcoming 2 hours. 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. We will see. For those that haven't noticed, this week, I believe the upcoming 3 days, there is that treasure, what's it called? Treasure hunting event going. So here in the north of Erid Luin, you can collect treasures, and basically in the dwarf area, just north of Gondomon. I have already done those, most of the time on the stream or Furtherlands. He did them as well, and together we have gathered enough tokens to buy either the goat for 1,000 tokens, but I also got lucky and got one of those harder, or a little bit more rare goats. One of them is the treasure laden goat. That's the one I'm riding on at the moment. He poops coins from time to time, and that's quite funny. There's also a steed version of them. I probably have let you guys see that on Lorelin. After one on my Guardian there. Sadly not on this character, but I'm generally more in goats anyway. And there is a 4th steed, or mount actually, that's also a goat. And I don't own that goat actually. I'd like to, but yeah, I've mined a lot in that place by now, and don't really feel to get up there again and just hope for the right goat or steed. And yeah, I'm not really looking forward to that. A little bit annoying thing of it is that the goats are bound to character. Let's see, where is it? I think it's on my vault. I have 2 of those treasure laden goats. There's not really a point in having 2 of them. But yeah, I didn't really like selling them at a vendor at the moment. So. There's no real need in having 2 of them. But that's basically why I still have them. I have that one. Not really any other reason. Oh, let's track that one. Of course, Erid Luin isn't that bad for your deeds. Most of the enemies are very low. I have to admit, a guardian with a bow is just barely able to kill them with 1 shot. I think that's more an example of how little damage a guardian can do. But yeah, of course, that's not really the point of a guardian. You have other classes for that. But still, it's kind of hard to do your own deeds. Of course, it's not hard in the way that you can die a lot. That's obviously not the case. But it takes so long. So yeah, that's a little bit my complaint about deeds. Deeds in general aren't the most fun thing to do. Yeah, on the Guardian we'll probably just slowly but surely progress through them. And yeah, we will be level 65 for a long time before we will continue. At least that's the plan with our tiny toons. The plan for that is that we lock ourselves on level 65 and that we will continue when you have done certain challenges or you have reached a certain milestone. Not sure what the milestone or challenges are exactly, but at least that's the plan. But for now, I'm already happy that we are on this at this stage of just playing, and especially now on the Guardian, it's really starting to shine and do his stuff reasonable well. Maybe that's just the Guardian getting to the point that it is capable of doing more than one enemy at a time. It used to be so that well, the Guardian, it wouldn't die that easily, but at the same time it wouldn't really do anything. Except for a boss or single mob fight. Yeah, that's not really the fun. At least not for me. And a lot of people have already suggested that I actually start a champion. Is that one is a little bit more AoE damage type based. Yeah, I like the mechanics on the Guardian. Where it can basically just walk into almost everything and still be fine. Since all the blocks that you will get will increase your morale by a little bit. And they say a little bit, but it's actually quite a lot that you will get. Most enemies, at least in my case, do about 70 to 120 damage when they are all level. That's one thing to mention. And the heals are about 60 to 80. And of course it doesn't help much if I didn't block at all, but just a little bit, but it happens so often that it is a sustainable way to stay alive. It's a nice way to say it. I won't say that it will be the best way of playing the class. It probably isn't. But for me, at this point of time, it's doing everything I want. And create new tab. And that's actually just all that matters for me. I enjoy it for a long time, and you guys have noticed that in the past, I think 2 or 3 weeks. It is really like a Guardian. It was just slow. Killing stuff took forever. You would die, I would not say easily, but not as slow as I had wanted. And yeah, that just changed. So let's see, where is looking for fellowship and world chat. These are here, of course. So I can at least keep track of the world chat. Don't know what's happening in kin chat, not that much. I'm not really missing something. I think he was just doing his quest. There's a low level quest, level 10, 12 quest, something in that range. That wants you to kill like, I believe 6 or 8 of them. And that's all you have to do, basically. But yeah, that quest can be quite annoying. You'll get from this abandoned den. And yeah, it's also the general place of doing this deed. You have to be kind of lucky. I have no problems just waiting a little bit. Not every player is in that just as me. And of course, you can always send a fellowship invite. You'll always accept that when I'm in lower areas. Maybe that's even because lower levels can kill stuff faster than me, but that's another topic. But yeah, I generally just don't like if I'm doing stuff on level. There's a higher level player coming along killing everything, and I just have to wait for everything. It's not something I like, so why would I do that to another player? What? Like lag or something? I don't know. Just 7 more, okay? It's going quite fast. Just 4 more, and then we have to do spiders. And tower hands is also one that we have to do. Goblin handfuls, master of beast. This is. Oh, there's one in Sano. Okay, that's one we don't really have to do at this moment. At the same time, it's really difficult to do it on level, especially if you try to do it solo. Let's see, Dow hands. Wait. This one also in Sarno. Yes, oh, we don't have to do that one. Okay. Which one do I miss then? Because we have 3 to go. Oh, spider. Apparently I haven't killed any spider in Erid Luin. Okay. Not really a problem, but it will take a while then. There's one good spot where we have a lot of spiders, so that's not really the problem. But yeah, it's not as much as you will say that it will be done within 10 minutes. So yeah. But either way, let's do it. We probably will do. Let's see. No way I can one shot this with a bow. Oh. Okay, apparently we can. How much do we need? 90 in total. Oh man. That's not something I expected. Well, then it will take a while. And I think we also have to do the quests in here. Probably haven't done those either. Nope. There are some elfish things that we have to explore. Oh, the vineyard. Oh, we have missed the vineyard. Okay. Oh. Yeah, we have missed it. Oh, then we have to go south before we enter Erid Luin. Also a good place for the Goblin Slayer either way. So not really a waste of time. It would be nice if... now I'm lost. This way. Yeah, it would have been nice if we didn't have to go back. Yeah. You cannot always have everything, of course. Oh, guitar. Yeah. More luck next time. And there should be... oh, quest. Well, let's find that one. Not so we can do the quest, but so we can share the spiders at least. Now if you don't like that, then I'm just going to shoot. Maybe it's a little bit selfish, but yeah. It's not entirely my fault then. At least that's how I see it. Yeah, let's get back to that NPC spot. I won't say that we wait, but 35 is actually quite a weird level to come back here. But that might just be me, I don't know. I think you should return within now and a minute. And hopefully some stuff is respawning a little bit fast. Here he is. Ooh. I don't know what that was. Spiders! Hey! That's where I came from. Let's see what we have. And where we have stuff. Oh, well, they're just popping up right now. Oh, we have an NPC going, of course. Let's not forget that. Still not full of mass. Oh, it's a roomkeeper. Okay. Don't be annoying, please. No need to help. Yep. Let's go. Picklefly Queen. Okay. So that's the quest done. That's, I think, our first quest. Yes, our first quest in Erid Luin. So we need probably 29 more. That's, I think, the quest that will take us the longest, or at least that will take us the longest to complete. Could be somewhere. Here. One shot. I must be honest, it's actually not so bad for one guardian to kill stuff for a change. Yeah, so we need still a lot more. Let's see if someone here in kinship needs help. Another Sickle-Fly Queen. I really haven't seen them before. Not here, at least. Of course, you see them a little bit in how it's called in Breeland, of course, or in Shire. There's also a Slayer Deeds for them. Yeah. Oh, some spiders. Respawn, please. Yeah, there should be at least 10 or 12 around here, but oh, they're coming. Let's see, there should be more. Yeah, now we are talking. Or at least I think so. Well, it's not that many, but it's something. Let's explore a little bit and then return to here. There's one small place that you have to explore for the elf exploration, and that's basically just on, I would call it the spike up here. Just one cliff side with a ruin, this ruin, and yeah, it's one thing you have to find, and there's not really a quest that will bring you there, at least there haven't been one in a long time. I remember completing Erid Luin on my hunter like 7 years ago, maybe not 7, but 5 years at least. 6 to 7 years, that's probably a good approximation. And I could find almost everything except this one. I traveled everything, every corner of Erid Luin, even a little bit in Sanur, and I just could not find it. Don't ask me why, it just wasn't able. And then of course I stumbled upon one of those maps to help you a little bit with stuff. I think the most famous are the berry maps from Barry from the Lorelin server. I'm not sure if the one is still playing on there. The maps are still going around on the web. Just an easy Google should give you a few. And yeah, those maps are just so good. Won't say that they are fully complete, since I tend to find a few from times that are still not on the map. But, most of the good places, the concentrated spots, are on the map. So, and yeah, just doing the gameplay, I am collecting information as well that will be added someday to the resource map. The resource map will be a little bit wider than it is today. Today we are just focusing on the ores, woods, artifacts. And somewhere next month, I think also the crops, our farmers and cooks. But I'm not completely sure how we are going to do that. We have some issues with it. One of them is that I personally don't have a cook. I don't really know how things are related in that craft. And yeah, it's just a mess to find it out. If you ask the people, most of them, at least in my case, say that the cook isn't really as straightforward as it should be. But yeah, that's only what I have heard from other people. I don't have any experience with a cook. Yeah, mainly that's because I don't use food that often. I do that a lot more, but I hardly do that. And the grind tend to be, or seems to be, a little bit, yeah, too much. At least that's what I've heard. I can't confirm anything about that, of course. Yeah, maybe Value Jedi will make a guide of that somewhere in the future. He's currently working on crafting guide basically for new players, since he experienced, and I can confirm that the crafting system isn't particularly easy to understand to new players, and especially to players that are completely new to either an MMO or another game like LOTRO. Compared to most other games, you can basically do everything you want, and it doesn't really matter what you focused on first, because you can get everything else. But that's not the case on LOTRO. You need to make some choices at the beginning. Not everyone can make the right decision. For example, on my first hunter that I still play sometimes, also on the Brandywine server by the way, I went for an armorer for some reason, and I specialized myself in metal armor, so in heavy armor. Completely no use for that on a hunter, and yeah, I just did that for some reason. Don't ask me why. I did that like 6 years ago. By now I think it's already getting close to 7 years. But yeah. That's a little bit of the things that you have to know. And looking back on it, most people suggest getting a tailor on a hunter. I cannot really say if that's the clever thing to do either. Of course you can make your armor, it's always nice, but in the end you want something that will can make your legendary items. At least I think the most useful thing you can do with crafting. And as a hunter you really want either a woodworker or a weaponsmith. And a woodworker can be combined with a tailor, I believe. Or at least you will be a good friend of a tailor. If you combine that with a woodsman. And you can always gather your own resources with forester. So you can prep your wood. You can also process hides, and hides can be used by a tailor. So in that way you will be a friend of every tailor. And this should not be a real problem in getting your armor. And at the same time you can make your own weapons, and I think your weapon is the main priority on a hunter. Of course it's true, the better your armor, the more damage you will do at the end. I think it's worth it to focus a little bit more on your weapon. A good legendary item can make up for a lot of bad stats on your armor. But that's in generally true for every class. That's also the reason why everyone goes with a legendary item, despite that they have a lower base DPS than items of the same level. Most of the times it doesn't really make that much of a difference, maybe like 5% or something, maybe 10%, but at the end, when you have all your legacies that you want, that 5% will be neglected and other stats will be boosted. So at the end you will do way more damage than you should have done with regular weapons. Let's see, do we have something on... It's quite quiet actually on the world chat. I was hoping for some instance, so we could do something to to break all the dealing. But yeah, I think we aren't so lucky. I've completed something. Oh, gold, of course. Deed alert and one complete. It was the spider slayer. Regular spider slayer. Well, and generally we are hunting for virtues actually, not that much for LOTRO points. Of course they are nice to have, and if we have enough of them we will buy one of the kinship houses, so we will be fine someday. Should have some mithril coins. Don't ask me how I did get those, but it just fell out of the sky for some reason. But we are just hunting for virtues, and well, doing deeds is the main way of doing that. Deeds on level are, I won't say hard, but they can be kind of boring. Killing can take a while if you don't have help from a friend, especially if you are a guardian. It can seem that there's no end in sight. But at the end, of course, there will always be an end. Should be fine, no problems. Should be here. Oh yeah, a few more. Oh, okay, that's good to know. Still like 5 more, 4 more. 5 more, yeah. Easily 5 more, okay. Good that we went out here. 6 more. Oh, okay. And Slayer deeds aren't so bad actually. There's also something in LOTRO that's called the class deeds. It's basically using a skill a lot. And yeah, I must admit, on a guardian they are pretty bad. I've said it before for a lore master, but as a lore master you use most of the skills that you need, and on guardian you use them as well, but most of the deeds, or at least the skills, have such a long cooldown that can be say it nicely, be quite a challenge. Use them a lot. Catch a breath isn't that bad one actually, if you compare to let's say warrior hearts or those two. Yeah, it can take pretty long. Cooldown on those is either 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and you need to use it like 1,000 times. You can switch to red line. That's also a skill that will count. That one has a cooldown of 2 minutes. So yeah, I don't really fancy doing them, to be honest. But at the end, of course, you have to. You need those class points, or trade points, to specialize yourself a little bit further and make things easier. So you need to do them. That's just a drawback. Some other classes you can get away with it if you don't do that. I don't think a guardian is one of those classes. A lore master, for example, can get away with it, at least up to level 60. Don't know how well that holds on higher levels. I cannot say anything about that. but as long as you get your points mainly from leveling and a few extra, for example, from doing quests and getting in that way your deeds done, and just general use of skills, it should be alright. And I think at the end there are like 2 deeds that can take a little bit longer than the others, but they won't take nearly as long as those on the Guardian. So I think that's the main downside for me at the moment from Guardian. But yeah, if that's all, I cannot really complain. I'll show it. I've done a few of them already. A keen blade. What's a keen blade? Oh, that's probably my class quest. I haven't done that one yet. Final straw. You strike with hammers down. That's a skill with a 2-minute cooldown. And either this one, it's really good for 100% block rate, just to save yourself or start a battle, and to use it to start a battle, or a really big pool actually. That's where that skill really shines. Yeah, you need to use that 1,000 times. Hit where it hurts is not too bad, but it's a skill that I don't really use that often. That's a short cooldown, so it's fine to do it on a training dummy. But yeah, it's still 1,000 times. This one is not too bad. Use dash. You can use it if you're building up some bigger pools. Then all the way work all the way up to what's it called? Shield smash. But at least in blue line it has an AoE that can stun up to, I believe, 8 enemies. Yeah, that's quite an amount. Of course, the drawback from stunning is that you won't receive any heals from them. And of course, they won't do any damage either. So, at one side it's doing something, at the other side it's doing really nothing. So it's really situational if you need it. Sorry. And yeah, so it can be the question, do you really want to use it, or do you really don't? That's not an answer I can give you right now. It just depends on the situation. For example, I would not use it when using this skill. Juggernaut. Go with Juggernaut. And yeah, there's no point in stunning anything at that time, since you won't receive any damage, since everything is blocked. And yeah, why would you risk getting less heals? That's basically what I used that skill for the sake of just stunning them. Yeah, it doesn't make much sense to me to do that. Of course, it's up to you to do that. I wouldn't do that. My opinion. Sorry, it's getting a little bit late here. Why is my network such a mess? But just a really big hiccup and again. Okay, that was weird. No drop frames for some reason. And again, man. There's not really something I can do about it. It's a sad story. It's just the network, or at least the internet connection is really unstable last time. The last few days. Yeah, normally I would stream like a few times at random moments during the week. There was just no way in doing that. So yeah, well, Monday, Tuesday it was fine. Wednesday, of course, it was fine, but Thursday, Friday, Saturday evening, there's no way I'm doing it. And yeah, I was hoping that it would be better today, but it doesn't really seem like it. Quite sad, of course, but it is what it is. Yeah, I thought maybe standing still for a moment that could fix some stuff. Most of the time on the encoding side it will sort of, but yeah, oh wow, it's really bad. Yeah, I think we kind of have to deal with it today, actually. Can't really say what is going on here. Yeah, it's still not good, but yeah, I don't really know what's happening. I see that we had kind of a drop. We're still still going strong, and I hope that was the hiccup. At least I call it a hiccup. It's simply just a moment where you basically cut off. I'm going to get some quests done. But yeah, that's something out of my control, and yeah, can't do anything about it, to be honest. And yeah, for normal consumers that aren't, for example, streaming or something that's relying on a stable connection, yeah, this should not be really a problem, but it's so annoying when you do rely on a stable connection. Yeah, I can admit that it is far from fun. It's not something hardware related. Normally it is something that the encoder cannot keep up or something. But yeah, I'm using the same settings now for I think close to a month, at least 3 weeks. That's been a real issue with now. Yeah, should be a quest giver here somewhere. Let's see if you can find a few. I think this is the polo. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Not sure if they count as one quest or just as a few separate.
Grey is the shadow upon my heart. Will you hear
yeah, I think as one long quest. There's not really a point in doing them, but yeah, let's do them anyway. It will bring us at least to close to every place that we need to be. Let's get south first. And then, yeah, I don't really know. Know that there are a few quests ask you to slay some wolves. We already did the wolf slayer deed, so not really fencing. Doing those again. They shouldn't ask too many of them. And yeah, I hope to finish Erid Luin today, so we can just finish it and get done with it. Not sure what I will get from the quest deed. Yeah, 3. I have it equipped apparently. I'm looking for my virtues at the moment to be more of the power restoration in combat restore. Can't say that that's the best approach, and it probably isn't.
Mind my words, traveler.
But I tend to take on a little bit longer fights, and during those fights I get really often out of power. And I can fix that a little bit with food, but most of the time I don't have food on me, or simply forget that I have it on me. I think that happens probably a lot more. Okay, you're probably doing deeds or something. Let's see. Yeah, I think he's doing deeds. Yeah, I always please try to get them aware of the fact that I'm streaming. I know from the past that not everyone really likes that. Be in a group with someone that's streaming or recording it. Yeah, I personally don't have any problem with it, but I know that there are people. Yeah, that's basically why I'm always getting them aware of the fact. Not really to hope that they would come and watch me on stream. Of course, if they ask it, I would happily direct them, but just to make sure that they know that they at least more people than just me see what they are doing. There should be a thing that we have to collect. Or we don't, that's also an option. A hunter, level 7 hunter. Why is she not shooting them, killing them with one shot? Oh yeah, the elf satchel. Oh wow, that's not really my problem. So that should be it. It should be, I think, 2 quests done and a little bit of the prologue. Yeah, I could probably just leave the prologue for what it is. Yeah, maybe it does count some time, maybe it doesn't. And if we don't have to travel all the way over the place.
How can I be of service?
To do them, yeah.
What can I do for you?
I'm fine with that.
Spare a moment of your time.
Deliver the woods.
Make
Okay. Don't really care what we pick.
We'll
Normally I would pick one of the light armor ones, since they tend to look a little bit better. Yeah, then we have to go to that ruin place. There we have to kill some orcs or just. Oh, this one is basically wolves. I think, at least. Not entirely sure about it. I think this one is wolves. The one further to the north is goblins. So we can for sure work a little bit on our goblin deed when we are up there. Let's shoot some wolves. Of course, we will also get light hides. That's really where I'm doing it for. But, you could get all the way here to collect those. But I always tend to grab those on the other side. The artifacts, no matter where I am, especially in the lower areas, they tend to be really expensive if you need to buy them. And of course, it's a nice way to make some money. I believe 20 of them are like 5 to 10 gold or something. Really ridiculous if you think about it. It's what they tend to go for. There, okay, now we can go back. And yeah, that's not really important plotting anything here. We have done that so many times in Erid Luin. Either for the ore, wood, even the artifacts. I am quite convinced that we have all of them. Of course, I cannot say that 100% for sure, but I think the chances are really big that we have all of them. And the crops, either way, they tend to be a little bit more to the south, so more about around this area. And yeah, we have done those so many times by now. Yeah, I'm confident that we have them.
Greetings, friend. Will you lend me your ear?
5 quests, so probably just 25 more to go.
My heart cannot sing.
Explorer. Yeah, that one really doesn't count. This is the vineyard. Yeah, I don't really have a problem with doing those. That's for crafting. Those don't count either, I think. No, they consider some more of a general quest, not really bound to the region. So they don't count. This one does, of course. And it does have a new quest. Wine casks. Okay. What's this? Also crafting stuff. Okay. Yeah, I think we have to travel through to here. We have to go there anyway, so it should be fine. Yeah. A fellow tiny toons come along. Yeah. Something useful in world chat. Check that for a second. Well, the lowest thing is level 95. So it doesn't really look like something useful. What about North Downs? I don't know. And more gold sellers. Ignore the fast one. Normally they spam the entire chat full, but doesn't really seem to happen today. It's a win. Yeah, vineyards, they are not really on such a bad place, but just traveling across the river. Okay, a river is a big word. Stream of water with a waterfall. And just traveling a little bit back. We ran past it today already, so it's kind of silly that we didn't walk all the way into it. It's I think a warden where he stands. Oh, it's a guardian. Oh, a guardian. Okay. He's already experiencing that guardian can be quite difficult. And yeah, I cannot disagree on the fact that it is somewhat slow, since that's just the hard true nature of it.
Greetings to you.
At the same time, it doesn't need to be that quick.
Spare a moment of your time. Sweet light Melon, will you stay a moment?
Yeah. And on one side it's taking forever, on the other side it don't need to be so quick. Yeah. At least in group content, of course, it don't have to be. At the moment I am building, at least getting up with a build that works for group content, and I'm mainly pulling a lot of mobs. That's the build I'm currently working on, and at the same time I'm thinking what I can do with my other build. Currently it sounds quite silly, of course. Only around doing the class deeds and providing the run speed boost from the red line. That one is just crazy, actually. If you consider that a normal horse without upgrades or journeyman or normal riding trait boost runs about plus 60, I believe 62 is the speed for a normal horse. And if you have a fast horse, for example the treasure laden steed or goat, it will be 68 by default. And the run speed of a guardian will give you plus 60 in combat run speed for 28 seconds. At least currently for me it's 28, you can increase that even more. So you basically catch up with a steed on foot. Yeah, it's kind of stupid if you think about it. It's so cool. And during the weekend, or actually Friday, I think, we with me and Furtherlands, we have experimented a little bit with a warden running a certain distance and just looking who's faster. And it really happened to be that a guardian was walking faster than a warden over I won't say a really long distance, but not a short one either. a little bit in between. Bring this to where? To there. Not sure how we'll do that. But we basically walked from, if you know a little bit, the treasure hunt place. We walked from the cave crawler at the beginning of the place. And yeah, I missed one. Okay. Oh, one flask. Oh, it's just killing orcs. Yeah, done. All the way up to the other NPC on the mountain, or the hill, or just what you want to call it. And I cannot really say how far that is, or how close, it is just how you want to say it. But it's well enough to expire the run boost, to the default run boost. But still, it's going so fast. And we also experimented a little bit with a hunter. A hunter can give you up to 25-30% extra out of combat run speed. And it does seem to stack with the Guardian buff.
Greetings to you.
If you compare that to, for example, the one with from the Warden.
Sweet-eyed Melon, will you stay, man?
That's a buff that's also out of combat and actually breaks as soon as you get into combat. That one, since they are both out of combat buffs, they won't stack. And since the Guardian one is just run speed in general, so also in combat, and the Hunter one is out of combat, these will stack to up to 90%. And as soon as you get in range of a hunter, at least for me, the client will somewhat freeze or something. And apparently on other views, I will just warp a certain amount forward. They just won't see me running or something to it. And that period of time, I'm well outrunning any horse. It's maybe a war steed. I don't know how fast they will go, but that's somewhat mental. I don't really get why that is a thing. At the same time, a hunter of course doesn't run so fast, so you cannot do that indefinitely. But if you have a hunter in your team that is just running somewhere, and he can be in combat, that's fine. As long as you are in combat, everything will stack. Yeah, you're just warping around the place or something, creating an egg for your own and looking cool while doing it. Yeah, and I have to admit, a Warden is running fast, no question about that. And yeah, if you pair that with a hunter, it's also using his speed boost, you kind of neglect the Warden entirely. But oh, great barrow, there's still some space, cool. No. 59 already, okay. Great barrel is fun. It's basically just fun since you can pull everything. You don't really have to look at something and you will be fine. And I already got a hunter, okay. Let's make them aware of the fact. Where the typos today, it's crazy. Let's let's see, do we need something? Inventory space, that would be nice.
Greetings, friend. How may I be?
Yeah, do I need to save something? I don't really think so, but I always think that. At the end I'm still selling useful stuff. Light heights, for example, useful to have. Don't have to save any weapon. New gear, well no. Ancient scraps, yes. Oh, that one do I actually want. Well, that are the items that I... Ooh. Wait. Let's save this one for our champion. More scrolls, always useful. I'm basically just collecting up to major physical mitigation. Yeah, good. I'm always saving up to 1 stack of one of those scrolls, and then I either port them to a friend that has the profession and add them here to the filter so they won't show up anymore. That way even new characters won't get those scrolls anymore. It's just an easy way to filter stuff. So let's go!
The great
Still a blue line, should be fine.
So, and home to some of the most terrifying servants of the Witch King.
Let's see how it's done. Level 20, okay, let's pull everything. Not waste time. We should be fine. Just be brave. There should be some here. Normally, yes. And of course, someone's already pulling a lot. That's entirely up to them. I would not do that. So, this synchro. That's something that's just nice of instance in general. You don't really have to think about anything. Mobs will always follow you, no matter where you go. So now we cannot die anymore. Probably some hunter that will release some fury on me. Well, just to make it short, only poison, wound or that kind of damage will kill me. And I'm blocking everything. Since yeah, I cannot get rid of them soon as I want to. There, it's just done for everything. Now it will get funny. A hunter with a crossbow, that's something you don't see every day actually. There. Yay! It's such a nice place. Yay! And it's probably just the ants that are crawling at the moment. Not really interested to loot either, so not really a point. And yeah, I actually did that like yesterday in Carn. And also in Urgard. Almost everyone was just freaking out. What are you doing? You're overpulling it, and yeah, went fine. Nothing went wrong, so it was good. Some nice pulling action. Yeah. I enjoyed it. Maybe the rest of the group didn't, but I enjoyed it. Let's heal. Let's find the way down. Always have to look at. It's not the way. And yeah, this is level 20, so you would suggest that this is something I can do now. But actually, it doesn't really matter. I can do this on level. I can do this a little bit lower. It's actually always fine. It doesn't really matter. And especially as long as the mobs aren't doing more damage and that they are healing me. And they're still following, so good. Let's take the simpler one. Don't really need heavy skill at the moment. Easy content, not too hard. And yeah, we are already evading a lot. I'm not so keen on evading, to be honest. I see that just as some missed chances for blocking, so missed chances for healing. At the same time, most of the time the lower levels are evading, so it's not really the point of having more targets or not. Yeah, we are fine either way. We can do this fight for up to like 3 minutes or something, and I will slowly run out of power. So, and that's something I would like to get a little bit easier, a little bit faster going. But yeah, it's fine for now. And I see that the internet connection is stabilized a little bit again. That's also good to know. So let's wait for the others. Yeah, by now I already know the way quite well. Yeah, I can run them as if this nothing. We still have the arms, of course. They always travel a little bit slower. And yeah, Guardian has to walk almost everywhere. So it should not be that hard to follow along. Of course, the Great Barrow is, as you can see on the map, quite a maze, and you have to go under some places, over some places. There are some places that are even worse. For example, Moria. If you don't know the way in Moria, it's one big maze. And some places are worse than others. For example, Nutmelag. That's also where the first hall is. That one is not so bad, of course, but other places like Dolphin, yeah, well, Dolphin View can be a kind of a maze. Not say that it is something bad, but it can be a maze. Let's see, do we have everyone? Nope. Well, our hunter tends to start already. I tend to wait for everyone. So hunter, do your thing. Who's this? It's our warden. Okay. I hope that he has everything, otherwise it would be quite sad for him. And yeah, nothing useful. Next one. Good. Warrior, roll, wood, Nice. Most of the times they don't do that, but yeah, let's hope that they will. Maybe something like 40, 45 or something. Let's see what they
My heart cannot sing.
come up with.
Will you lend me your ear?
We also have our class deeds, of course, class quests. Guardian. That is in. Okay, that one is in the Foundation of Stone. It's not something that we have to worry about right now.
Sweet-eyed Malon. Greetings, friend. Will you lend me your ear?
This will bring us up. Okay. Let's return Iron Collar. Why not? Just so we have another quest done. We'll just be handing in and be fine. Me invite? Why? We start another one, man. Now, if that's the way you want it, let's do it. Not sure why. Maybe he has already done it today and not finished it entirely or something. I don't know. Release.
How can I be of service?
Choose. I don't care.
Will you lend me your
Is
ear?
there anything- Oh, there's another quest. Okay. Not too bad. And go back again. And we have done the deed. That's good. We have some mail from what? Oh, massive thanks. Oh, relax. Not so bad. Deed is told. That's probably, yes, another quest. So the next 10 quests. Yeah, I'm just going to do enough quests that are needed. Don't really fancy doing more quests than needed in those areas. Really important doing them. Nice for doing some completion of stuff, but yeah. I'm not really in the mood of doing this, that on this character again. I have my lore master on the Lorelin server for that.
Megovanen.
Finish, new quest, Fence in the Forest.
Will you lend me your ear?
That's not really something I want to do right now. Okay, let's have a north and get those others done. Sometime, somewhere in the upcoming places we have to go to Gondamon and probably a little bit down, so it should be fine. Apparently no one that's doing it again. Let's see, is our maniac still online? No. You're fine. Oh. Evu. Okay. holiday. I have no complaints about that. Let's see what he will come up with again. Hope a little bit higher level. Yeah, we shall see about that. Let's see where they are. One here.
How can I be of
And
service?
level 20 again.
Stay a
Okay.
moment.
What's this?
You may be of service to me.
Yeah, I think that we will do those.
Sweet-eyed Melon, will you stay a moment?
What it now was? One here. Over there, right? Or not. Well, there's one on the other side of the river, so. That should go. Okay. Yeah, let's get it. Yeah, here we have, and we need 3 of them. There should be 3 of them here. And we have a captain. Okay. Always fun. To be honest, not really needed for this level. Let's do it anyway. Oh, they are already in. Okay, now we are going as well. Why not?
The Great Barrow, the old
Yeah, they are.
largest of
Okay.
the Adain mounds
That's
within the
bull.
Brandywine, and home to
Don't
some of
wait
the
for
most
anyone.
terrifying servants of the Witch King.
Let's see how long it will take for someone to die. Lost already. Great start. Great work, Captain. Just go on, man. Oh, this one can be annoying. Oh, I think about it. There are some mobs that can knock you down. Yeah, they will still do that. And Captain is taking everything, of course. He's trying to, but just too many of them. Another group here, and in the back. One up there, there should be nothing. Let's walk back to the Rangers and start our fun. Let's use those since they look fancy. And we need them for the deed. There's a strong reason to do them. We have too many. Well, it's fine, man. Too many isn't in my dictionary. Okay, that's what I mean. Let's knock down some stuff. Of course, the chance is a little bit bigger that they will miss that, but we can still hit us with them. And maybe that light thingy will be a little bit of a problem, since we have a hunter, but not really convinced in his capabilities. Okay. What's down here? Really that much difficulties. Yeah, you can set your trap there, but I don't think it will do anything. Oh, come on, there's a target. Yeah, dash. More stun. Yeah, that should be it. So, next one. No chest healers. Get to the other side. No side quest. It's not sad. Yeah. So let's start it. Why not? It will take long enough to get through him. Especially now. Well. Another hunter. So let's do some damage. Don't be so raw. He's just absorbing. I'm glad that he isn't reflecting everything. Otherwise it would be quite a problem. I'm really paying attention here. Oh no. Oh, Hunter almost dying. Of course our captain could heal a little bit. Not really primarily a healer, but he should be able to do a decent job at it. That's all? Really? If you say so. Should be more, right? Or is it just me? I think it's just everything. Okay, let's get out. Let's continue on our simple quests. If we have to go back in, it should be fine, not really a problem. Let's see. Yeah, we can hand in. And maybe we will do the final one of the great barrows. Not sure if our leader needed one. So I think he does, at least. At least our champion is happy, so I'm happy. Hand to him here, yes.
What do you need?
That's another one done.
Your ear.
At the first and second tower. That's there, it's not too bad. And I think we have some others to hand in here.
Sweet-eyed Melon.
It was... yeah, that's something. We don't have a new one, okay. Yeah, let's get to those two now. Good to set some, get some cosmetic stuff in the house, decoration stuff. I don't have a house yet, but really looking into the right place. Normally I have a house in Breland, but yeah, thinking that would be the most useful place. And that holds up. It holds up for quite a while actually. You need to be a lot in Bree. And up to the point that you don't have the Portal Bree skill can be useful. I don't think we are going any further in this one, so let's leave. You don't do the final part simply. Let's see if we have something more to do. But yeah, and on the, is it Evernight server, I think? Yeah, on Evernight I have an Elven home, an Elven house. Yeah, it's looking quite good actually. We used to have one before, since it has quite a big general, how to call it, general floor, main floor, and a small second floor. I really like that layout. Compare that to, for example, the houses in Bree. It's just, I was looking for more, wow, useful one player. And the Bree houses are all one floor. We have a nice layout, quite big. I kind of like to stare up to what's most of the time a bedroom. Sorry. So that's what I like from the elves. And the hobbits are nice as well, but as long as you are in there with a dwarf or a hobbit, it's fine. If you have a taller toon, the low ceiling will be somewhat of an issue. That's actually the only reason why I don't like a hobbit hole in LOTRO. And the dwarves, well, they have the same layout as men, as far as I know, for the houses. But also some GA. GA isn't much fun either. I've done those before, I've done the deeds. Let's see if you come up with a second group, a second time, then we will help them out. If he has found a group, that's good, of course. Yes. Oh, that was everything. Okay, let's get out of here. What's smart now? I will be honest, I don't really know. What's the most clever approach? Since we still need like 15 quests. There's some goblins. I know the goblins won't be a problem. But which quests are the fastest? That's really what I want to know at the moment. Yeah, I don't really know that. Oh, lag. Oh no. Oh, this is just lag from the game. Yes. Hopefully we don't disconnect. I still got chat. Something going on. And there's still some connection going, so that should be fine either. But I think I've disconnected. Probably. Yeah, there's no way walking, jumping or anything. Chat is still, yeah, okay, we are back. Okay, here we go again. Not sure what it was, probably some lag from the game. Cannot really say that that happens a lot, but it happens a little bit more often lately. Jumping all over the place. I know that there's a quest here. I think from the prologue. Yeah, from the prologue.
Mind my words.
Bring the ladder to someone. One. Okay, we are going there already. Hoping the horse to the place. So we can always pick the shortcut. I think for now that we will get to that to those two towers. Sorry for that. Of Dol Ringbust. Something we will do now, and hopefully that will be about it for this region. There are quite some quests around Gondamon that I know. To the south barricade, a lot more. Or north barricade, I mean. Probably about 5 or 6 quests. And from the hunting lodge, thing, camp, thingy, give it a name. There should be some more quests as well. And quests from North Barricade of Gondamon will also bring us to different area with especially a lot of goblins. We have to explore that a little bit either anyway. So we have to get there sooner or later. I see that those are goblins as well. But we can grab them as well while we are doing stuff. Which tower is it? For some reason I always forget which tower it is. Here's the first one. The second one is too hard. That one is also is always in the back. There's also someone going ham on stuff. This tower. You could probably do that from outside, but don't know, for some reason I do it always inside. And there was a lore master actually. I recognized the lightning bolt skill. So it's good that players are still choosing a lore master. That's the new classes. Or maybe it's just a lore master doing deeds. But it's not likely that a higher level lore master is doing all the work by himself instead of his pet. So, It's not impossible, of course. It's not so common. Visual pet is generally faster, does more damage, so it will one shot. Especially in these areas, always everything. Or it should miss for some weird reason. Oh, it can hand in here something. Oh, that's just the quest for me, okay.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, I don't really mind what I pick. And there was another quest.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
There's something to kill. Oh, that's probably that boss. Okay, would be nice if we had knew that like 5 minutes ago. Now we have to walk back all the way. But yeah, progression is good. We have still some exploration stuff to do. Dwarf one and one for the Dower Hand locations. It's the fourth one actually. Oh, of course, yeah, that goblin thinking. Yeah, it's not too bad. Won't take that long. But you know all the places by heart. It can go quite fast. And it's also the place I think where we will get our goblin quest done. Oh well. We have to wait for the respawn. I don't think it's here. Yeah, it's really here. Okay. Well, more instances. Oh, more instances. It's more fun, I think. Until see if they still have a room for us. Oh, a spot free. I think they already have their tank, otherwise they would have asked that. So didn't see any other players, so yeah, I think they already got enough players. Let me check. Yeah, I think so. Not really useful to have two guardians in one group. Oh yeah, that's full. Yeah, that's a good sign actually. If you try to get a group together on Laurelin, you can wait for days to find something. And yeah, most of the time you're running it either way with, you know, less people on level, so not a full fellowship, or a high level is just coming along for the ride and taking everyone, or actually dragging everyone with them. I don't really like that generally, but you can always do something about that.
What can I do for you?
Just 13 more to go. So that was done. Yeah, I would be really glad if we would do the rest of Erid Luin today. Would be so nice. Okay. I know that the prologue will bring us all the way to Gondamon and eventually to that goblin place. I don't really see why I would go there first. Of course, the Slayer Deed will be done by then, but yeah. Don't really see the point in having that. But yeah, either way, it's looking rather good. Maybe, oh well, we can get here the goat, or at least the stable master. Yeah, I'm used to say we will get goat, since in Moria there are only goats. And of course out here there are only horses, or ponies. So yeah, that's... need to get a little bit more used to it. More gold sellers, please. More report. Yeah, it's just getting so annoying. But yeah, I think there are still players that get in those traps. There's not really any point on buying gold in LOTRO. At least that's my opinion. You can get it well fast enough to have no problems with it. And yeah, for what do you really need gold, to be honest? Yeah, you can buy some gear, but gear that you get from quest is generally good enough. And there's always a skirmish camp. I don't really see the point in getting even better gear, at least at this point in time.
Might you lend me an ear?
But of course that can all just... What's this? Deadly task. No fight. Why is there here one? What is that referring? Oh, Scorpion's Tomb. Oh, okay. Didn't know that. Something, I will make a note of that. I can add it to the map. Yeah, it makes sense, of course. I wasn't really expecting that to be count either for the deed or for this quest. So yeah, somewhat odd, but funny. But right out, and you have to go through here sometime for the exploration deed. Not really that much of a problem. Especially for us on this level, yeah. Just need to know that it is a thing. It still feels quite weird to do actually some damage. Oh well, if you are a guardian, you can't what I mean with that. So, we need 12 of them, so... we should be alrighty. And actually, I think doing damage with a bow, that's even more strange. Doing damage in general, that's already weird. Doing it with a bow, yeah, that feels just really strange. Okay. Was that everything already? I think so. Yeah, okay, let's head back then. So that should bring us up to 21 quests. I hope we need just 9 more after this one. Yeah, doing the quest in lower areas is just the bad side of the deeds. The rest isn't really the problem. Exploration deeds can be done quite fast. Slayer deeds, a little bit depending on the area, can be done quite fast. And of course, if you get all some higher level content, Slayer deeds will get longer, and especially with respect to the quests, they will get longer. For example, you need just 90 of most Slayers here, and on higher levels it's more regularly 100 for just the first, or 300 for all the deeds.
Hail, friend, and well met.
There's a hooded cloak. A hooded cloak well, I do never save those. That was the quest, okay. Finish, bring something to another place. Oh, let's pick something. Okay, and we can do another quest, another deed. That's just for the last 8 quests. Landing stone, here, okay. We need 7. Yeah, I think we need this one. And we can do 7 at Gondomon. At least I think so. Yeah, I'm quite sure we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. I'm not sure if we can do 8. So let's finish this part for now. So a little bit more safe. I'm finishing everything. But after this I don't really fancy going back again to any region just to do a quest. I'm done with them. So, yay, kill something. And we need actually 3 skills for that. Okay. I think that is just showing how little damage a Guardian does. But yeah. I've read somewhere that the actual threat that you are building up is like 4 times your damage, the normal damage output, so plus 300%. I really rarely use percentages in general, so adding 300% is the same as multiplying it by 4. Yeah, I like a little bit more factors. Don't like percentages at all. To me they don't make any sense. Of course, if you think about it, it does make just as much sense as a percentage versus a factor. But a factor is when you are calculating with at the end. Most of the times you are dividing your percentages by 100 and you continue your calculation. So why would you express them in percentages anyway? But
will you lend me your ear?
maybe it looks cool or something, I don't know. I don't really get it, to be honest. But yeah, who cares? Everyone has his own way of doing things. For some people, of course, percentage will work. For me, it absolutely doesn't. Yeah. I'm glad we are all different.
Greetings, friend. Will you
bring the Elfstone to somewhere. But where? Somewhere. Back to there. Yeah, that's not something we're going to do.
Sweet-eyed Malon, you may be of
Okay,
service to me.
find someone. Who do we need to find? Up there. Okay. Yeah, we need to go there anyway for exploration deed. Let's do that. And I don't really know. Oh, just fine. What we need to explore after that one for the tower hands. Need one more. We need Springdale and Grimwall. I think that those are. Oh yeah, there are 2 regions. Okay. Oh no, we can do that hand-in quest. We haven't traveled north from there. We need to do that just a little bit so we get the exploration done. Yeah, and maybe for next time I should make a little bit of a plan before I start.
Sweet-eyed
So I'm now just running around like I know nothing. And then it would be a little bit more efficient. At the same time, planning everything into every detail, it does remove the flexibility a little bit. So I'm done. This is also a good place to do your tower hands deed. I tend to do them here on let's do, or how you pronounce it. Is that port city thingy, fortress thingy. That's where I do it most of the time. I also find a few of those raven bird thingies. And that's also a Slayer deed. So it's really just 2 things that you will do at once. Okay, that's Ringdale, so let's get out of here. Don't be an obstruction for other players. Quinquis? Why would I track that one? Quinquis is an Eregion. Yeah, that's not really important. Tracking that one. Oh well. We need 6 more. I think we can get 6 in this lower area. And then we should need just the Silver Deep Mine. And that's in Torrance Hall. Or at least toward the gate to be exactly. And yeah, not really the problem. Could be some quests around here, killing stuff.
Greetings, traveler. Will you stay a
And
moment?
it should also start our last exploration deed.
Come and stay a moment, friend. Greetings, traveler.
So,
Will you stay a moment?
and along the way it should also. Oh yeah, there are more spiders here. Always forget them. Also unlock few more of those. How's it called? Can't get the word. Some other random quest that will pop up. Not sure where or when. I think they do. Yeah, maybe I should play a hunter someday. But at least I will play as a hunter somewhere in the upcoming days, weeks, probably weeks. After the Tiny Toons, we are planning on playing the High Rollers. It used to be the idea that we took only elves, high elves or men. So so we get every class, and of course Bjorning, forget those. But now it has evolved a little bit to a general name, and we can basically pick every class. And my plan for those was actually to play as a hunter, since at that time I did not really like a guardian. And the idea for we are locking the tiny toons on level 65, and after that I will play on my hunter and be fine with it. Well, yeah, by now I get the feeling that the guardian is on his moment of shining, and we have a hunter company, okay. Oh, it's up to them, of course, if they will want some company, but yeah, I will just go ahead and ignore a gold seller. Ignore. Could be a few more that we need. At least my memory saying that. Okay, we got the how is it called? Slayer deeds done. We have done the Goblin Slayer. Yeah. There's nothing left here. At least not now. You have to kill some milk eyes, those cave crawlers, and spiders. Spiders isn't too bad. Cave crawlers aren't bad either, but yeah, the spiders are a little bit more concentrated in a few spots. Yeah, and I remember from good old days that that was actually the last time I played a Guardian before this one. Not entirely true, but mostly true. I just ran in here, pulled almost every spider, thinking that AoE skills just hit every target. That was a thing in my MMO that I played in the days. But of course, here on LOTRO they have thought a little bit about that, and there's a maximum target amount. Generally that's 5 for the Guardian skills. But yeah, I didn't know that, so I pulled everything and died really horribly at level, well, not a high level. I think it was level 15 or something, so not really a big deal, but of course I didn't know that there was a not dying deed up to level 20, so. And after that I didn't die again, so that was sad. Let's see what we have left. Oh, those milky eye things. And one more, and after that it's just simple exploring. I think it will send us back one more time. That's actually great for us. Is that it gives us the opportunity to get the last few things to hand in. And then we are at least done with Erid Luin. Probably next area that I will do is... not sure actually. I think Shire. It's not that much for us to do anymore. Yeah, and that way it's done quite easily. Yeah. Then there are just 2 places left. I will be honest, I don't really know where those places are. I know one of them, don't know the last one. Yeah, I don't know, actually. Maybe the barricade thingy or camp. Here in the east is one thing. I'm not sure. But either way, this is also a place where you will find your second tier resources. Oh, this place just nothing. Okay, let's turn back. And well, it is not that big of a place. On some places it can be a little bit of a maze, but aside from that, there are a lot of resource nodes actually, especially for the current level. If the level is, well, just over level 10. And yeah, it's not a particularly dangerous area. So it's not as packed as, for example, what's the place called? Well, in the south of the North Downs. Let's keep it on that. Yeah, that one is way more packed, or way denser packed with resources. Of course, it's a place you don't really fancy coming to level 35 or something. So yeah, it's probably not the best place to get on lower level. Even on level, depending on the class, it can be a quite tricky area. Oh, pick something. No other quests? Okay. Well, then we have to ride in again. We have to get 3 other quests somewhere. Yeah, but where? Mini? Moonkeeper. Second option. Yeah, remember where this last place is. Basically at the end of this valley. I believe if you do the complete prologue, you will get here eventually. But yeah, that one is rather long for the amount of time that we can spend. It's not this camp, I believe it's the camp all the way in the back. Yeah, it's a little bit of a ride, and yes, that's the last dose. Then there should be one exploration needs left to do, yes. That's the dwarf one. Yeah, save the last for best, of course. The best for left, and not the last for you get the point. Let's ride back and see where we can pick up 3 small quests. I know that there is one separate goblin camp. Actually also a nice place to do the goblin deed, now I think about it. Journeyman already? Yeah, it's journeyman already, okay. Yeah, now worse things. The lowest tier are the most expensive. I would like those a little bit more than the others. The Runekeeper again, okay. Let's get going. Yeah, I really thought that there were more quests from there, but apparently there wasn't. And more players are doing the Great Barrows, apparently. Yeah, we have done them now. This is not one we really have anything about, any need for it. Oh man, there should be something here, right? Nope. Yeah, I did remember this place as a, well, quite a busy place for quests. Oh yeah. What's this? Kill some wolves. And this is collect bear meat. Okay, we need one more. Would be ideal. I think we have to do it with that. 1 second. So, let's find those wolves and bears. I think that those wolves are mainly in that goblin camp, to be honest. Don't really know for sure. Haven't been there so much. But I know that there are very little wolves in other places. So I'm just assuming that they are on the other place. Not sure where it was exactly. I think it was somewhere here. It's on the map, I will be honest about that. But, it's here, and the wolves are not here. Okay. Let's see, and there should be a few down here. Can we jump this? Oh, I'm already going. It'll be fun, yes. Oh, just 18 seconds, okay. And we were... oh, this is the entrance, okay. As far as I can see, only goblins. And no wolves whatsoever, okay. So we know at least that there aren't any wolves around here. There should be a little bit around Gondamon. So. Okay. There should be. Yeah. There should be a second one here. At least that's what my memory told me. Yeah, I was thinking this would be a fast quest, but I think I was wrong about it. Or maybe it's just fine. I have to get out here for boars anyway. Or bears. Bears. No boars, bears. And only the big bears. They are all over the place here. There should not be a problem getting those. Halfway. Well, bats enough, but don't think bats will give that much meat. One more bear meat. Then we need a few more wolves. Let's think, where can we find those? Probably down here at Condamon. Or just around it. For now I can only see bats. And more bats, no wolves. Fresh recruits, okay. There's no they were walking around. I think that's a good thing. Okay, one more wolf, maybe two. And then we still need another quest. Brandon. And then we need just one more. And then we are done. Well, walking up to... is this one enough? Nope, we need one more. I need to go up to the dwarf places. Oh, should be some wolves around here, come on. That's one. That did it. Let's hand in. Take some shortcuts.
At your service and your
Oh, this one also had a quest.
I would be grateful for your
The
assistance.
Dowerheads, story Dowerheads. Quite sure there's somewhere just a simple typing quest.
Well met, friend.
Probably in that other dwarf place in Northland. There's actually also your Guardian trainer. You need to be for level 45, 55, 45, level 50. Somewhere in that neighborhood for your last quests. At least for a dwarf, you need to be there. Not sure how it holds up for other classes. I think every race has its own training masters. I might be wrong about that. Would make sense if they do, of course. Operation done. More deeds done. More LOTRO points. Always nice, of course, to get those. Let's see if we get an easy hand-in quest down here.
Welcome.
We
You've come
10
in a most
things in the
fortuitous time.
things.
Will you stop and hear my accounting?
Find someone. That's probably not too bad. I mean, that's already enough to finish the deed. That would be nice. And then we have got quite a few of our needed virtues. A little bit more on that. Since, yeah, I'm now planning on taking this character all the way to level cap.
What do you
Don't
want?
know how long that will take, but that's the plan at least. And yeah, before I had the plan to get my hunter all the way up there, since it is I don't want to be any disrespectful to our hunters, but a rather easy class. You just have to do a lot of DPS, but also control the amount of DPS. Two, one, line. Don't need that one anymore.
Greetings, traveler.
Let's get towards the gate, so we can do the last dose. Yes, the last exploration need with dwarves. That will complete the last exploration in Erid Luin, and that will complete the deeds of Erid Luin itself. And well, we spent about 2.5 hours doing it. So yeah, glad it is over. Of course, there are still the deeds in Sanur. As far as I know, that's just one exploration thing, and I think 3 or maybe 4 Slayer deeds, or just 2, I don't know. I think 3. You have one for the Dow hands, one for beasts, I think one for trolls, if there are trolls around there, which there probably are. Of course, not entirely sure, haven't been too much around there. I believe it's level 50 area. It's not really doable up to level 55, maybe 60, or the 60 level 60 area in general. I don't really know that for sure. The biggest problem that you have is that every mob inside is buffed, or at least stronger than normal, and they have a special buff that only certain types of damage will be used to their full potential. There are a few different kinds of damage, of course. Simplest of those are the can't find the word. Of course, the elementary types, for example, fire or light or something like that, or technical damage in general. There is also on the melee side some types of damage. For example, you have common damage, you have ancient dwarf, westerners, and I think there's probably even fire and light as well for certain skills. So that completed Erid Luin. Finally. And we have found once bound loot box. Someone wants it. Please send me a message or tell or mail or whatever. I don't open them myself. At the moment I'm saving all my keys for level 60 content. So yeah, then there's Luin. Next time, probably not next stream, but next time we'll end the last little bit of the Shire. And I missed stuff in Kin chat for some reason. Oh, people are leaving. Well, that's sad. I would say their name. It's not very respectful. Yeah. People come, people go, of course. That's fine for everyone. Let's see. What will we do now? Yeah, I still have a little bit energy left. Time as well. I think about half an hour. What shall we won't be doing deeds. Let's click that away. I think some quests we kind of have to do. I don't really fancy going on the epic on my own, but well, we do that in a group, so why would I do that alone right now? Misty Mountains. That's yeah. Will I ever come in Misty Mountains again? I don't think so. Let's clean it a little bit. And yes, it's a lot of just talk to and do things. Plants in motion. Oh, that's on the other side. Okay. And more Goblin Town. Probably something in the Redhorn Lopes we'll do somewhere in the future. Just a lovely area. Really like it out there. Flaming Deeps, we can hand in something. Crossroad of Ash. Waterworks. Oh god. That's more handing in. Probably some Karn Doom stuff. Well, or not. Garford here. And Garford here as well. Yeah, that's something we can do. These we can hand in. We can see what those armors would have been if we were on level. We are well at least 10 levels over already. Where am I going? I'm not on the right track. For some reason I walk back. Okay. I know that there are some good and nice armor sets out there. Probably not everything is as good as you wanted. For example, there are some really good parts of a Moya armor set. At the same time, I already have armor that's way better, at least stats wise.
Well met.
And of course, stats aren't always everything. I think they kind of represent what I need. And At the moment I'm really into block raiding as much as possible, even giving up a little bit of armor for that. Simply, well, I'm just pulling a lot of mobs most of the time, that's what I tend to like at the moment. And a little bit more armor, well, it will reduce a little bit more of the incoming damage. If I can get my defense, or at least my blocks, like 1% higher, 1% point higher than was before, I will end up healing more than I will save otherwise in received damage. So at least that's what I think. I'm not sure if that's entirely correct. We will find it out quite soon, I think. And yeah, still have to find a little bit my way through the Guardian tech tree. Mainly for
What do you need?
already in use, okay. That was good yet. That will take some time before we go there. Brandywine, yes. Well, there are multiple ways, of course, to get to California. For some weird reason, I kind of prefer to travel through Rivendell. I also go through Astonville and then fast travel to California. That's also an option. Yeah, those quests give some reputation. Not really so much. It's nice to get it anyway. We'll save on some items or general grind in the later stages of the game. And that's also indeed for getting kindred with everything in area door, and I think that's also important getting kindred on probably every area, but I don't know. I haven't been outside of area door before. Sounds kind of weird, but it's sadly a true story. Well, maybe one time just outside of.
Greetings, traveler.
Let's see. Well, considering this is level 50 stuff actually, normally, it has some decent DPS. How does it look actually? Oh, really? And this one, not much better. Well, a little bit experience, nice. Not really worth it so much. And this is, I think we can hand in somewhere, not sure where. I think here. Yeah, quest giver. Yeah, in front of the door.
You are a welcome sight.
100 swords. I'm not really that much in the swords actually. More into the axes.
The days are getting brighter.
This is also in good. Okay. Good to hand in stuff sometimes. And to run those instances, won't say a lot, but do them from time to time.
Greetings, traveler.
It's good to have all quests out here. If we have something useful on drop. Hardly doubt it. Don't know. Some silver, always nice. And probably have some iron as well, I think. We'd have just silver. Or we just don't. Okay, we don't have that. Some repairs. Let's get all the other quests as well.
Would you do something for me?
This in... Does it say that this inside of... yes, one we don't really need.
Might I take a
This
moment to
is some fellowship stuff. Also an Angmar, so not in an instance. Okay.
Will you lend
Talk to
me
Elrond. Okay. Unlikely fellowship. Oh, that will bring us somewhat to the shortcut of halfway the epic line. I haven't done much of the epic on this character.
Could I speak with you a moment?
This is outside. Here we have the armor sets.
Sweet-eyed maiden,
And apparently we can get a few of them. Oh, it's not so bad. Heavy armor. That's wise, quite close to what we have. It's quite crazy actually. Think about it, just 10 levels difference. It's close to the same. Way more vitality. This is the same set or what? Heart of Angmar. Shield heart has been broken. It shows now the exchange. Okay. No, those are different, I think. Well, still, they are really decent. And there should be some weapon trading stuff here as well. Yeah, we don't have those. Family history is Halls of Night. Cancel this one. You can also close Lost Fellowship. This is Forakel. Don't think I will get the hair on this character. Don't really like that area. Then I will say it quite friendly actually. Really hate that area. Yeah, I think cannot really do that much more. We've done a lot of stuff in Moria already. There's really point in going further than that. Have some nice stuff for our upcoming Loremasters. Loremaster will get one, or at least one. And yeah, just let's bring us. I would say let's bring us back, but there's the closest Vault Keeper. I think in 21st Vault.
Dwarves must fight for dwarves.
It's our best bet. Then we can clear our bag a little bit. We will probably continue tomorrow, or well, on Fatherland's stream with the Tiny Toons. Not sure how much that we will do there. We will probably proceed a little bit more. Yeah, let's see. This is the Vault. Maniac is back. Let's see. Open your vault.
Welcome to Khazad-dûm.
Let's see what we can still can store. Probably not so much, I think. Where is starter gift? I did get it. I haven't destroyed it yet. Yeah, I really need a personal home. I can just drop off everything and be fine. Now I have to store everything on the vault. And yeah, it's getting quite close to fill up. At the same time, I already have a lot of those. For those, it's a new slot. From here we can miss just 5 of them. 9. Yeah, we have to spend them tomorrow somewhere. Then yeah. Probably have them already somewhere. Yes. Yeah, you will get a lot of them. For some reason people are buying them. Don't ask me why. I'll get those there stored for now. Store that map. We won't be needing them anyway. Yeah, probably after stream I will send some stuff away. We have those gold pounds level 10. Yeah, we have 2 of them. Someone needs them. Rarely someone needs them. Can at least give them away. That's a little bit dwelling longbeards. Probably no, don't need that. Not sure what it does. Not missing something. Yeah, here have our pressure laden goat. Yeah, bound to account, or actually bound to character. You cannot even trade it to an alt character or something. Yeah, let's end that one as well. I think I'm going to sell this. I'm not using charity that much, and the rest is actually more hurting me at the moment. This one, I don't know where I get it from. I will save this one for our new guardian. That one will probably need it. That's are quite decent for the level of which it is. No master item, so this one can get out. That one will store. This one as well. Request we'll do probably tomorrow. This one was just big or something cosmetic, or why did I save it? I don't know, probably just my old shield or something. Yeah, not bored with that. Here's all stuff that we can either deconstruct, send to other tiny toons, or just get rid of. And some of it we can hand in, of course.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls
And
of
now
Castle.
yes, to the first hall. We've cleaned up our quest list a little bit today. For some reason my lore master tend to have few more quest slots. Don't know how he has acquired those over the years, since I have never got any expansion or something on the quest list. But he has them, and well, I'm kind of glad that he has them. But I find it quite odd why this one don't have it. This one is not so much of importance anymore. But in fact, it's just talking and handing it. Then let's go. This is Ulgarth. Okay, we will do that one someday. I heard from Furtherlands that we are planning on doing all the Angmar instances someday. I hope that they will be rather soon, because level 60 is already getting less fun in Angmar, or at least in Ulgarth and Karndun. So yeah. Let's ride a little bit, and then we will call it a day. Ja, ik kan meer al meer. Zo. Go. A little bit nicer. Well, today we did quite a lot. We did all our deeds in Erid Luin. We have done one of those boring parts of the game. I just say it honestly. Next time it will be somewhere in the next in the upcoming week. We will play I think again on the Guardian. Don't know when, but we'll do that somewhere. I think Wednesday evening maybe. I call it a random time for a reason, so I don't know. But tomorrow on Monday we will be back with our lore master, and on Tuesday as well. You can find me almost every day on Furtherlands, his channel, where we play with this Guardian and the rest of the Tiny Toons. I would like to thank Faffy and Maniac for the host for today, and everyone that has watched. Our snake is watching or something. Next time there will be less dealing, I think, or at least dealing all of more on-level content. So some more big pools and some weird stuff. So that's the plan. Hopefully it will work. And for today I would like to say have a great evening. See you next time.